guys, looks like I'm going to have a Modge Podge videos with this one because I've been just taking different clips for different days. But I wanted to show you my mouthwash, how I make my mouthwash. Where I had this out here. I'd already started pouring the water in it before I decided I'd do this. But I'm taking a cup of water here is what I'm doing. This I make my mouthwash because I like to know my ingredients that's in it and control it myself. So that's why I do it. So this here is xylitol. Myself, I get it at our local Mennonite store. You can buy it. It's a sweetener that a lot of times diabetics and stuff use, but it is also good for keeping you from getting cavities. And my dentist actually told me, because I don't use fluoride, he told me that this is probably the key ingredient that kept me from getting a lot of cavities. I went to the dentist this past June, and he said I had 3 cavities and I needed some refills on my refills. And so he was really surprised, and so was I, that I didn't have no more cavities than I did, because it'd been at least 10 years, probably more than that I had even been to the dentist. But he did say that I had some recession going on with my gums and bone loss. And to this mouthwash, because I let this sit on my mouth at night. I don't use it in the mornings. I use it at night because I like these ingredients like this xylitol to sit on my gums and stuff at night. But I have added comfrey to this to see. I'm going to wait and see when I go back to the dentist the next time how well it may have restored some bone and maybe even some tissue in my gums and stuff. So I'm really, that's an experiment for me with this. But with that, I'm taking 3 teaspoons of, actually 4 teaspoons, because I quit adding honey to this. And I don't know, I may go back to the honey. I don't know for sure, but to me, honey is good back to antibacterial, and it even is very healing. But if I leave that on my gums at night, I'm wondering if it could also cause some decay, but I'm not sure. But that's my theory. Okay, then I'm going to add, normally I wouldn't add this one, but I am adding this one now. And this is my disclaimer. I'm just experimenting here with this comfrey on in my mouth. So, you know, this is my disclaimer. This is something I do. Just because I do it don't mean you do it. But I'm just using a dropper full in this whole thing. There's a lot of mouthwash recipes out there, and I've used several different ones. One that, actually this one here, well, I've done different things to it, but my original one from this here called for lemongrass. And oh my gosh, people, if any recipe for mouthwash or anything that's got to do with your mouth calls for lemongrass, don't use it. Ugh. It was horrible. I wish I'd never used it. I actually wasted a whole thing of this just because of that. I'm going to use 2 drops of clove oil. You can put however many drops you want, but remember that clove oil, I'm actually going to put 3 of the clove. Clove is very strong, so be careful with that. I'm going to use 4 drops of tea tree. 2 there. Sorry, my bottle's about empty and it's getting thick. And then I'm going to use 4 drops of peppermint. I might just add 6 of that. I like to play around, but at least 4. And you can add basil if you don't have peppermint, or vice versa. They're kind of the properties for this is basically the same thing. So there's that in there. And also something I like to do, I don't have any now, but in the summer and the spring, I like to get plantain, which I need to be doing this, and I put it in just water, just good distilled water, and let it do its thing, and then make my mouthwash with that, because plantain has got a lot of good healing properties and stuff in it anyway. And so I like to do that. with the plants, and you could do that with Echinacea as well. Echinacea would be good. There's a lot of different herbs that would be good to do that with. Chamomile, that's very healing. I'm not sure on the taste with some of that. Plantain ain't bad. Echinacea ain't bad. Chamomile definitely wouldn't be bad, because chamomile makes everything taste better. Yeah, so if you're ever doing anything that tastes kind of bad, you can always add chamomile to it, whether it's a tea or whatever. Chamomile will make everything taste better. So that's how I do my mouthwash, guys. And like I said, I do it at night, so that way this stuff can sit on my gums and down up under my gums and everywhere through the night. It's actually got a really good taste, and it's sweet because the xylitol is sweet. Like I said, it's a sweetener, but it prevents tooth decay. And I really want to applaud xylitol for that, because I really think that's the key to what kept me from getting so many cavities all this time. So there you go. And I don't, like I said, I don't use fluoride. Hey guys, just going on a little hike up in the woods today, just to look around, see if there's anything coming out new that maybe I didn't catch last spring. So I thought I'd bring you along a little bit. So here we go. Well, trail cam up in a different spot than I have been. See if anything comes from it all. It's a little closer to the house. Right here's the house, as you can see. And there's our big, that cleared spot there that you see, or the white spot. That's the big hole where we put all those rocks that we dug out to put our house there. I'm going to put my trail cam here, because this comes right down out of the woods near a lot of blackberry vines and wild raspberry and stuff. So, and there's more that way and some this way too. So, I know last year I seen them come across this way and go that way, so I'm hoping they'll catch some action through here. We'll see. Hopefully I will. I don't know if you can tell, but all that green you're seeing over there, a lot of that's honeysuckle, and that's also where there's a ton of blackberry vines. Guys, I'm excited about this little booger. This is an eastern redbud, a wild one, not a man-made one. So that little booger's going to be pretty. He's right here on the outskirts of the woods. See, there's that pile. That's our rock. That was under our house before, and there's still the granddaddy rock. So we're definitely built on the rock. But all that came out from underneath our house. That's a cave for everything under the sun, and I hope not snakes. Wild cherry. That there is poisonous for goats and cattle. Poisonous for both. So anywhere my animals would be, I'm not going to have that. See all that? Blackberry. Pine tree. Look at those little baby pine cones. Pretty pretty. I love pine trees. Radishes. Beets. Me again. First of all, I want to say I have been behind on watching videos and all that kind of good stuff, but also something's been going on with my YouTube channel as well. I went onto my channel one day and it said there was no recent activity. There was nothing on my main screen. And I had somebody else check it and they said it was there. And then there's some folks that I figured I'd be getting some videos from that I hadn't got any from. And then when I went to their channel, I seen that they had actually put out some stuff. So I apologize for all that if anybody, if it's somebody that I've missed, but I don't really know what the deal was. I think it's straightened out now. When it comes to my channel, my main page, it seems to be. I don't know if the descriptions is better or not, but as I think of it or I see them, I'll fix what I can, best I can. I don't know what's happened. But anyway, just want to let you know that. God bless you guys. Love you guys. See you later. Oh, one more thing. The picture I made on here is Rob at Essayons Family Garden. Is the recipe that he done on his last video, and I love shrimp and grits, and so does my husband. And so I made that. So that's the picture of that, and I tasted it. We haven't ate supper yet, but I went ahead and tasted some, and it is so good. So try that recipe, guys. It was good.